Hey guys, what's up? I'm so glad you guys could be here with me. This is going to be an awesome episode. This kind of ties into the holiday theme. You know, we have Black Friday coming up this week, plus the holidays are just around the corner. So I wanted to take some time and share with you what I think are some of the best options from the niche side of things that are right under $100. So if you care to find out what my choices are, do me a favor and stay tuned. Hey guys, thank you for staying tuned through the intro there. I really do appreciate that. So the other day, you guys already know this if you're subscribed to Brian, My Two Cents, his channel, but we did have a conversation the other day. We were kind of bouncing ideas back and forth. This was one of the ideas that I had. He thought it was great. So did I, obviously. That's why we're here. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is link his channel down below. If you're not subscribed, I highly recommend you subscribe to his channel. Not only is he a fantastic content creator, but he is stinking beautiful. And another thing that he's going to be doing all week long is posting Black Friday specials that brands are going to be having for, Black Friday. So getting into this proper, before we do that, if you guys are new here, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you like, fragrance and grooming related topics. Don't forget to hit the like button. Comment below. Let me know what some of your fragrances are for under that $100 price point. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. These first two brands that I'm going to be showing to you are honorable mentions because they come in just over that $100 price point, but they're not too over the top, so I did want to include them here. First up, I'm going to talk about the brand Zaharoff. Specifically these two fragrances here. Royale, which this is going to be, it opens up like this boozy floral nature that it has about the fragrance, and later on it dries down to that familiar signature pour Homme DNA, except this one again is just more on the floral aspect of that fragrance. Noir. You guys know how much I love Noir for this time of year, so here we have eliminated most of the fougere qualities about the fragrance, and we have amped up the spicy nature, especially that oud, that frankincense, that myrrh. So if you're looking for a deep, darker, more mysterious version of Signature Pour Homme by Zaharoff, this will be your jam. Let me tell you, not only is it deep, dark, still I would say sophisticated because, it does have the Signature Pour Homme DNA, but this is also mysterious and very, very sexy. This stuff, you guys know if you've been around the channel since last year, this made my seductive fragrances list because it's just that good and it has that type of nature about it. So you could find these fragrances. I'll link World of Zaharoff below. You can find these fragrances for $105 US. So yeah, definitely check them out if you haven't already. Also, George has samples, so you can always order samples before committing to a full bottle. This is probably like the 5th time I featured this fragrance on the channel because I love it that much and nobody's talking about the house and people really should. But Anka Kus, A Moment in Manhattan. This one, I'm pretty positive all of the fragrances are $110. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that, but fantastic one right here. I've talked about it a bunch, but if you're looking for a unique take on a freshie, this one is definitely a must try. You guys definitely need to get your nose on this. This is a freshie. It is a kind of aquatic, but not the aquatic that you're thinking of. This one has more of that salty sea air versus that, kind of aquatic, familiar aquatic smell that we see oftentimes done in the designer world. This is definitely a unique, niche kind of take on that kind of a DNA, if you will. So definitely check out A Moment in Manhattan by Anka Kus if you have not already. Now, let's get into the list. Another thing that I wanted to mention, actually, I lied. We're not getting on the list yet. Another thing that I want to mention, I was surfing fragrancebuy.ca last night, actually, and I noticed that the Zaharoff Casamarati line has 2 fragrances on that website and they're 35 milliliter bottles. So they're, I'm sorry, they're 30 milliliter bottles, and they go for $75. So for 75 bucks, there is Casa Moratti 1888, and there is Fiero. So Fiero, if you're not familiar with that, is kind of like the citrus aromatic. It's on, it leans slightly on the mature side, like 30, ages 30 plus for that one, if you really would put an age on fragrance. But Casa Moratti 1888, I'm buying that stuff way before the holidays roll around. That is like the niche take on, I guess what you could say, like Burberry London, because a lot of us consider Burberry London like Christmas in a bottle. That I feel the same way about Casa Moratti 1888 for Zaharoff. So for, you know, 75 bucks, those are two fantastic offerings from Zaharoff that you could find on fragrancebuy.ca for $75. Now let's get into the list. This fragrance right here, yeah, I know, the bottle, some of you are going to think this is beautiful, and some of you are going to think that it's very gaudy. This one comes from the house of Lattafa. This one is called Qaa'ed, something like that. But anyway, what this is Middle Eastern perfumery at its finest. If you guys want to find out more from this brand, my friend Sarah from the channel Glam Fine, she reviews tons of their offerings. So I'm going to link her channel down below as well. So basically what this is it's a warm, spicy fragrance, but it also contains notes like saffron, oud, leather. This stuff is strong. It is potent, except it's blended in a very smooth manner. Now, when the fragrance first opens up, you're going to notice that there's like a medicinal quality to it, and that's coming from the oud. However, those other notes that I previously mentioned, they help tame that oud down quite a bit and make it more wearable and not challenging. Excuse me there. Sorry about that. But this fragrance, guys, get this. For this fragrance, and it's a powerhouse, this is an easy 8 to 10 hour fragrance. It's very projection heavy within like the first hour and a half to 2 hours. Then it starts to sit a little bit closer to the skin, but you notice that it's not going to fully settle into a skin scent until around that 10-hour mark. Fantastic longevity. Oh, you also have vanilla in here as well. But anyway, fantastic longevity on this one. Now get this, $30 freaking dollars. This is one of the rare times where you're going to hear me say this. If you like those type of notes, if you are used to Middle Eastern perfumery, if you are interested in Middle Eastern perfumery, this is 1000% worth your $30. That's right, guys. It just cost $30 for this gigantic bottle, and it smells fantastic. My buddy, you know, I've talked about him before on the channel, one of my best friends. He is from Iran. He got married last year, and this is the fragrance that I actually wore to the wedding reception, just because it's Middle Eastern perfumery at its finest. And yes, everybody there loved my scent of the day choice. So there you have it. Qaa'ed from Lattafa. The next fragrance is a fragrance that I've talked about quite a bit this fall, early winter, whatever you want to consider this transitional period of weather we're experiencing. Comes from Strangers Parfumaire, and this is Cigar Rum. Now, not all of Strangers Parfumaire's fragrances are $80. This costs $80. Some of them are like $110, $120, but this one in particular is $80. So it comes under that $100 price point, and I know what's going to happen. When Ken Sense, my buddy on Instagram, sees this, he's going to put down a comment about SM Cafe. I'm on it, brother. Don't you worry. But anyway, Cigar Rum is this beautiful combination of, yeah, you have your tobacco here, you have your rum, but you also have raisin in here. You have other dried fruits as well. This is just beautiful. It really, really is beautiful. It's sophisticated. It's elegant, but it's also playful, and it has a flirtatious kind of a vibe associated with the fragrance. That's just the type of vibes that it gives me, and a fantastic one nonetheless. This is something that you can dress down and wear what I'm wearing now, but dressed up, you smell simply fantastic. Definitely, guys, check out Strangers Parfumaire if you haven't. Prim does a phenomenal job at blending his fragrances. And yeah, this one is just exceptional. That's why I keep talking about it. And that's why it's in this video today. Cigar Rum, Stranger's Parfumerie, under $100 for $80. The next fragrance, you guys already heard me tell this story. I don't know if it was the last video or 2 videos ago, but I told the story. It was the last video. That wasn't an unboxing, but this one comes from Imaginary Authors. This one is Memoirs of a Trespasser. Guys, simply fantastic. The easiest way to put the way that this fragrance smells is, imagine you just get done, you know, with the campfire. You're sitting around the campfire because you're still getting the warmth that fire is given off, but all that's left of the campfire is just the burning embers. So the flames are out. It's just that burning embers. And maybe you're trying to roast marshmallows around that because there is an exquisite note of friggin' vanilla here. And that vanilla is just so natural smelling, so attention-getting, guys. If you're looking for a smoky, resinous fragrance with some vanilla in the mix there, that's attention-grabbing, that's going to definitely get you noticed and not cost an arm and a leg, check this one out right here from Imaginary Authors. Now, this one here comes in at $95 USD, so I highly encourage you guys to check this one out if you haven't already, from Imaginary Authors, Memoirs of a Trespasser. The next house, guys, is the house of Kierin NYC. I haven't talked about this fragrance house in a very long time in this channel, but I've talked about them a bunch in the past. Now, many of you are probably newer to the channel. Maybe you haven't been around for the past year. I love this house, guys. I love this house. My love began with these 2 fragrances right here, Sunday Brunch and 10 a.m. Flirt. So Sunday Brunch is going to be your lemon, refreshing tea fragrance. This stuff just reminds me of the summer. The story that I tell with this fragrance, it's like sunbathing out in your backyard. You have this pitcher of iced tea, freshly brewed iced tea out there. Just, you have ice cubes in it. You have the tea bags in it, the ice cubes, and you're just letting everything kind of come together. You have that fresh cut lemon in there. That's exactly the vibe that I get when I smell this. It's very invigorating, it's refreshing, uplifting, and fun. This is a very fun fragrance, and so is the next one. If you guys like fruity fig forward, you know, the jammy fig forward fragrances, man, 10 a.m. Flirt, you also have a bit of what I would think, don't quote me on this, but it seems like there's some white florals in here, but there is a floral nature about the fragrance. There's also a very nice, fresh, grassy green vibe that the fragrance gives off. So the vibe that it gives off is very much like the color of the label. Another great thing about Kierin NYC is these products, their fragrances, are all vegan. They are all cruelty-free. That may mean something to you guys, that may not, but it's a driving point of the brand, one of their main bullet points. So I definitely want to mention that to you. And one more great fragrance that they offer is Rose Ink. You want to talk about unique? This is a very unique rose based fragrance. So you have things like saffron, black currant in here. You also, I get a touch of oud. Now, I don't believe oud is credited. And if they are using oud here, it's in a very small amount. It's masked. It's also masked very well by the other ingredients. But you have that spicy nature that oud can give off. The rose here is a jammy rose style of rose. And you have this Inca cord that's in here. It's simply unique, stunning, fantastic in the air. Again, if you guys like a unique rose fragrance, Rose Ink is going to be your jam. No pun intended. Jammy Rose is your jam. No pun intended. I'm corny, I know. $89 for these fragrances, guys. Get a discovery kit, sample them, buy them for a friend, family member, whatever. Definitely check out the house of Kierin NYC. In my opinion, it's a must. These the brand Kierin NYC is also kind of a familiar brand with the channel, synonymous. Some can argue. But anyway, let's move on to the next brand. So the next brand is going to be Eta Libre de Orange. Now, the reason why I'm including this is because, now I know a lot of their fragrances do fall out of that under $100 price bracket. But these two beauties actually come way under. So you can get a 30 milliliter bottle like this. Now, I know on camera, the bottles look small, they look cute, and they are. They are small, they are cute, but when you think about it, I wore this. When you think about it, it's a lot of juice, okay, is what I was going to say there. I wore this an easy 8 to 10 times over the course of the summer, the late spring, the summer exclusively, and look at how much juice I used out of those wearings. This is a bottle that I'm going to have for easily, you know, I could see myself owning this exact bottle for the next 3 years. Easy. If you or someone you're buying for has 5 fragrances or more, this is going to give them plenty of wear. This is also going to be a great one for a beginner into fragrances because this is a fresh fragrance. It's fresh. It's white florals are in here as well. It has this beautiful photorealistic note of mint here. So for you mint lovers out there, if you know somebody special to you that is a mint lover, check out You or Someone Like You by Eta Libre de Orange. For you vetiver lovers, oh, by the way, these cute little bottles are $58 for the 30 mLs. For the 90 mLs, they're going to run you $95, and then so on and so forth from there. This one is called Fat Electrician. Guys, this is a beautiful vetiver scent. And what is different about this vetiver and what makes this unique, it's almost a vetiver gourmand. I know you've probably never heard of a term like that before, but there's this whipped cream vanilla vibe going on here. There's also an accord here that gives off the smell of candied, I don't want to say a specific nut because I don't want you to think there's like almonds or cashews, but if you've ever gone to a fair and you get those like caramelized nuts, that's what this this accord that's going on in here, that's the impression that it gives off, along with that sweet, you know, vanillic nature of whipped cream. This stuff is just fantastic. Yesterday was my first full wearing of this fragrance. Now, a lot of people were warning me, like, this is not going to be a performance monster. With my first wearing, now I will have to get more familiar with it, but my first wearing, I stopped paying attention to performance about 6.5, 7 hours in when I was still easily able to detect this on skin because I didn't even spray it on clothes yet. I wanted to spray it on skin because sometimes on the clothing, fragrances fall flat for me. I don't get to experience the entire, you know, lifespan of the fragrance, see if it takes me on a journey or anything like that. So yesterday was my skin test, and then my next full wearing of this, I will go skin and clothes, so I'll be able to, and then obviously, you know, in the future, come back if I decide to fully review this. But anyway, guys, Fat Electrician is freaking beautiful. So for you vetiver lovers out there, light smoky vetiver, but for the most part, it's a clean, woody type of a vetiver style in here. No soapiness here, so it doesn't smell soapy like some vetivers, but there is this slight bit of this smoky nature. Now, some people have compared this, there's a rubber-like smell going on here. Some people compare it to plumber's glue. Others compare it to like rubber that you would smell if you were to walk into like an auto parts store that sells tires. It smells like car tires. I do get somewhere in between plumber's glue and car tires. I definitely get that vibe. That I can definitely pick up what a lot of you out there are saying. But nevertheless, guys, Fat Electrician, I'm quite enjoying. This stuff is fantastic, and I actually picked up this one over the summer 2021 or springtime, something like that. I picked them both up though from Perfumology. This one I just grabbed last week, but I'm going to link near guys' website down below for Perfumology, you know, local Pennsylvanian. So I'm going to be linking that. Also, I'll link everything here below. I will be back soon with another video. If you guys forgot, that's okay. Just do me a favor. Before you exit here, just click that like. Leave me a comment if you'd like to. Let me know, you know, what you thought of this video, or if you would like to add maybe some of your favorite fragrance discoveries that are under $100. Love to hear from you guys. And if you've tried any of these, let us know in the comment section below. People love to read comments and engage with other people, especially on this channel, I've noticed. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, guys. Love each other, take care of each other, respect everyone. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Peace.